Welcome dear students to this online course Plant Hormones. Today we will discuss second topic of this course, and this topic is related to first discovered hormones, which are the auxins. In this topic we will discuss their introduction, how they were discovered, and various physiological roles which they perform in plant growth and development. The term auxin is derived from a Greek word auxein that means to increase or to grow. Auxins are the first growth hormones to be studied in plants, and they play important roles in growth and development of plant. Various developmental processes which auxins show in plants are stem elongation, apical dominance, root initiation, fruit development, meristem development, and many more. In this video, we will discuss these developmental processes which auxins show. Auxins were discovered first by Charles Darwin, and in 1880 to 1881, Charles Darwin and his son Francis, they study the plant growth phenomenon involving tropism. Their interest was actually to study why plants bend towards the light. That means phototropism. And here they perform this experiment on canary grass, Phalaris canarensis. And during these observations, they found this unilateral growth by which plants bend towards light, which is known as phototropism. It is because of the presence of auxin in shaded portion of coleoptile tip of canary grass. Similar observations were made by Boyson Jansen in oat or Avena coleoptile. But ultimately the final proof, it was provided by F. Wendt in 1928 in Avena, and they see that this substance which is actually involved in unilateral growth is auxin, and this substance is provided by the shoot tip. So Wendt gave the name auxin to this chemical substance which actually shows unilateral growth, and by this bending of this stem takes place, and we see the phenomenon of phototropism. That means actually the Charles Darwin first study phototropism, and they see unilateral growth takes place. It is ultimately Wendt gave the proof, this substance which causes this unilateral growth, it is auxin. So auxins were discovered, and in this 1982, Wendt gave the name auxin to this chemical substance. You can see here 4-day-old seedling having this protective sheath which is known as coleoptile. Then when light is given, it bends towards the light. But when tip was removed, that means at the tip auxin was produced, and this causes unilateral growth. But when tip was removed, there was no bending. So this is actually the discovery. That means towards shaded side, auxins were produced, which causes unilateral growth, which causes stem elongation and then bending of this stem. Later, isolation and chemical characterization of auxin was done by Kogel and Thiemann. It was isolated first from human urine even also, besides the plants. Then there are types of auxins: natural auxins, synthetic auxins. Natural auxins universally present indole 3-acetic acid, 4-chloro-IAA, PAA, And synthetic auxins, or which are known as plant growth regulators also, which are used in many fields for different developmental processes. For example, IPA, indole butyric acid, IPA, indole 3-propanoic acid, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenolic acetic So you have to remember, students, principal auxin. What is principal auxin? As I told you, it is IAA, indole acetic acid, naturally occurring principal. This auxin, which is present almost in all these plants, it is IAA, and this is known as principal auxin. You can see here the chemical nature of auxins having this ring system, ring structure, and you can see carboxylic group is attached as a side chain. In all threes, IAA, ICl, chlorine indole 3 acetic acid, indole butyric acid, you can see the side chain having the carboxylic group. So we see these are the organic molecules and they possess carboxylic group. Where they are synthesized? Plants synthesize auxins mostly in actively growing tissues, which include leaves, fruits, and shoot apex. They are mostly synthesized or made in cytoplasm of cells. Then as far as transport of auxin is concerned, it is polar, having both basipetal as well as acropetal transport. Basipetal or polar transport, auxin is mostly transported in a basipetal towards the base seeking direction. In other words, we can see auxin moves from the shoot tip towards the root and from root tips towards the shoot. Mostly we can say they are base seeking, but they are polar. They move in both the directions. What are now second part of this is physiological effects of auxins. What roles they perform. Different roles performed by auxins are cell elongation, apical dominance, root initiation, parthenocarpy, prevention of abscission or callus formation in tissue culture or vascular differentiation. Let us students discuss these roles. As you know, cell elongation, one of the important physiological effect of auxin, they stimulate the elongation of cells in shoot. And a very common example of this is usually seen when unilateral growth takes place. And we see it is because of auxins. Elongation of cells takes place towards the shaded portion and banding of stem takes place because of presence of auxin. Cell elongation takes place towards the one side. Many theories have been proposed to explain this unilateral cell elongation. Second important process shown by auxins, it is apical dominance. What is apical dominance? Apical, that means when apical bud, it shows dominance over the lateral buds. Apical bud, it plays role in stem elongation, but it suppresses the axillary or lateral buds. They cannot grow. How it takes place? It has been seen actually this apical bud, it synthesizes the hormone auxin. Then auxin moves towards the lower sides and that is gets converted into ethylene. And we see this has inhibitory effect on the lateral buds, growth of lateral buds. But you can see on this side when apical bud is removed, that means lateral buds then they grow because no auxin is produced then. You can see in this picture here lateral buds, they don't grow when there is apical bud because it produces the auxin which produce inhibitory effect on the growth of lateral buds. After removing this apical bud, you can see lateral buds here in this picture. After removing this apical bud, lateral buds, you can see how they grow, how branches are formed. Here you can see in this picture terminal bud, when it releases auxin, it inhibits. You can see lateral buds, they cannot go, but here you can see plant in after pruning, after removing of apical bud, how lateral buds grow. This is known as apical dominance. This apical dominance is because of auxin, which is produced by apical or terminal bud. When it is removed, lateral buds grow. But suppression of growth by apical bud, suppression of growth of lateral buds by apical bud, this is known as apical dominance. And we see here Skoog and Thimann in 1934, they first pointed out that apical bud, it is actually under the control of auxin, which is produced at the terminal bud and transported towards the transported downward through the stem. Actually, it has been seen auxin induces formation of ethylene, which actually functions the real inhibitor for the growth of lateral buds. Then experiments were carried where apical bud was removed, then lateral buds show very good growth. In another experiment, apical bud, in between apical bud and removed and agar block was placed, but it results in growth of lateral bud. That means actually auxin is produced in the apical bud. Another is root initiation. One of the important application of auxins is they induce rooting of cuttings. You can see here auxin IA is mostly applied along with a linolene paste to the cut ends of young stems, and they show extensive rooting. This fact is of great practical importance, and it has been widely utilized to promote root formation in various economically useful plants which are propagated by cuttings. Then another important process shown by auxins is prevention of abscission. Students, what is abscission? Abscission means fall of leaves, fruits, flowers. Auxins play a role in leaf abscission. Natural auxins, they have controlling influence on the abscission of leaves. They prevent abscission of leaves, fruits. Then parthenocarpy. What is parthenocarpy? It means seedless fruits. Auxins can induce the formation of parthenocarpic, because you know the seeds, they cause nuisance while we eat the fruit where more seeds are present. But when it is seedless, it has very good market value and it is good to eat, easy to eat. You can see auxins, one of the important market application is production of seedless fruits. You can see in this picture application of auxins produce this effect. Papaya without seeds, watermelon without seeds, you can see grapes also, and this is known as parthenocarpy. Another important developmental process, it has been established that auxin stimulates respiration. So we see there is correlation between auxin induced growth and increased respiration. One of the important aspects of auxins is in tissue culture. Auxins, besides cell elongation, they may be active in cell division. We see, in fact, in many tissue culture, callus growth is normal. The continued growth of callus takes place only after the addition of auxin in the cultural medium. What is auxin? Auxin is an undifferentiated mass of cells. We see later on its subculture on other hormonal regimes can, under this or callus can undergo differentiation. That means shoot formation formed. You can see again this callus formation. Callus cultures and tissue culture techniques, here auxin or many other cytokines, they play important role. You can see auxin, then you can see differentiation, organogenesis, formation of shoots, formation of roots takes place after application of different these hormonal regimes in tissue culture or in callus cultures. Vascular differentiation. What is this vascular differentiation? That means formation of vascular tissues. It has been seen that tissue culture experiment and from other studies, transgenic plants Cytokinins, they also play, besides auxins and both auxin-cytokinin ratio, they play important role in differentiation of vascular tissues in tissue culture techniques. Then plant growth movements, auxins also regulate important movements. For example, phototropism, geotropism. Phototropism means the bending of the stem towards the light. Geotropism, growth of roots towards the soil or towards the gravity. So auxins also play role in flower initiation. In some cases, auxins inhibit flowering. For example, in pineapple, but that is, they delay flowering. In some cases, they induce in delay flowering. Then auxins also play role as herbicides. Synthetic auxins mostly they are used for the elimination of unwanted grass. That means herbicides. What are those auxins? These are synthetic auxins. 2,4-D, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, 2,4,5-T, 2,4,5-trichlorophenoxy acid, likewise methyl 4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid. These are the synthetic auxins which are used as herbicides. Then besides, there are other effects which auxins produce. For example, increase in the storage of solutes inside the cell. Induction of feminizing effect, that means production of more female flowers. After application of auxins, plants produce more female flowers, that means more fruits. Increase in synthesis of ethylene. It also plays one of the important role, healing of injury in plants. Auxins produce healing tissue, so injury or wound in the plant, it is also treated by auxin. So dear students, this was all about auxins. Thank you.